My hello, welcome, my loves. Welcome to my supermarket. We're currently closed. It's morning, and the day of my in-game store. So first up, well, I already like got a pack of water, but then I reminded myself that I needed to record this for all who's struggling with boxes and inventory. So here we are. So yeah, I basically took on a box with water, right? Um, and then I went and filled up the fridge with the missing bottles. Um, I like to recollect some of the bottles on the shelf and then put them on top first and then fill them down uh, like so. And this can go back into the storage. Now, you can see we placed three bottles, right? Uh, well, if I just put that box here, that's gonna give me 12 bottles there. Well, a neat little trick is we had three bottles in here, right? Just open them up so it's a bit more easier for you guys to see. Um, there you go. Now you can't pick these and put them in the box. But there's a trick for them to be united into one box. First up, we take the box that is most full, or just whatever box, but it's better to do this with the most full box. You go back, you take out a few bottles there, okay, fill your box up, or the amount that's in here, which was three, I overdid it. You place those in, you get rid of this box, there you go. Or in case you need some empty boxes, which I do have empty boxes, but currently enough, so that's why I'm throwing them away. Um, but then you grab your full box, which you filled up with the items on the shelf, and then you continue to fill them out. And that's how you keep track of like getting out the old on top, and then as you go down, it gets newer products there, which is going to be a tricky thing once they come with exploration dates. Because how is everything going to be tracked, right? Because imagine like milk for sure. Well, let's take another example. Let's take the bread for example, right? Like you have these breads. These are all from yesterday. Imagine I order a couple of boxes right now, right? Those are going to have normally a new expiration date, which you then go by taking out your box, right? And you just fill them up randomly, like so. Like, but then that bread is gonna be like the one. This one is going to be like expired in like 3 days, which this bread can be expired in 2 days. Well, the best thing of keeping track with that is, let me go and show you, is to take your empty box right here. I think this is going to be a fit. I'm not sure if the products will fit. Oh, the door is getting in the way. But yeah, you take out the old and then fill up the rest. Normally, I would go from bottom to top and so on. And then fill these out, right? That's a box for storage. And then place this with it. We'll just put this box in the storage here. There we go. And that one can be thrown away. Let me continue my day and sort this out quick. Hopefully. Let's see. Choco pick. Uh, Again, the same thing. Taking the items out, filling them up from bottom to top, or, in my case, from top to bottom, which I much prefer. I also like when I have the boxes, like I will take other products and pre like sort them out like this. I usually get stuck on which fits and whatnot. My milk sorted. It's also like my progress in which I can keep track of. Oh, I need like one box, right? Because one box fills up um two shelf things, two tray things. I don't know what you call them. But basically, yeah, they fill up too. So same with that. That doesn't fit. That no, don't fit. Cheese and eggs don't fit in here. That's good. Throw away that box. Get our next product. Let's see. This goes here. For now, I'm not worrying about which products I fill up with what. Um, they're still in here. Why didn't they sort themselves out then? Hmm. Good. Oh, I already did the bread. It's good. This pasta like so. Good. No, it's fine. Okay, good. Let's take one of your neck boxes and fill them up. Now, the reasoning why I have this many up products in store is because I go day by day of restocking, reper replacing the products that went missing. Well, they didn't went missing. We sold them, but you get the gesture of it, right? What I'm trying to say. Same with these. We fill them up from bottom to top. Same with the peanut butter here. Just go on like that. And for me, this gives me a more, like I said, a clear vision of what I need to order. Because we don't really have a system for that now. Which is one thing I'm preaching for to get. Like, more than cleaning stuff, like, please figure out a way so we can sort stuff more easier. That we, like, maybe get a list of the items that are sold. I seen that the cash register, like as soon as you scan an item, you get like a nice little list with the amount of units. It would be great if there would be a printable version of that or something, just so you can keep track of what's been sold. Now it is because I'm taking this as too much of a realistic approach. It is a game after all, but still should be a way to tell. Cause I've been keeping up with this, but it's not like something you do like 1, 2, 3, and you're done with it. I also wish that there was a way like that, for say, you can have like a tablet out and you can set in the products there, like, oh, I'm gonna need this, let me mark that down, and then you mark down the next product that you need, the next product that you need. We have peanut butter, that's fine. You don't list that. Like the tea, the coffee. Maybe you're missing some flour. Like you can mark a box of flour, and it all sits in like this little tablet that you walk around in the store. But then you come to the PC, right? And then in here it will tell you like, oh, um, like when you go to the shop, right? Like in your market, like there will be another like that maybe even where it says like store inventory, and you can click on there and it takes you to the page with the exact amount of ingredients. It's not really ingredients, but the products that you place in there, and it's like, oh, um well, here is the box that you ticked in for this product. There is 3 boxes of that product that you ticked in, and then you can just automatically add them to the cart, like as shown by the device, so you don't have to do this searching thing and everything. I mean, the general product store is fine as it is. I still see the need for this system in place, right? Not telling like get rid of this and redesign this, because this is great for like new products and everything. Also, you can see here like the salt needs price changing, the olive oil does. What else? The oil. So oil, olive oil, and salt. Also the black tea. So we got our black tea here. That's at a fine price. That's good. Oh, that was coffee. It's the black tea. I'm sorry. So this can go to 20. I like to round this very last number down to either a 5 or a 0. But mark when I say round it down. So this 24, like a round up, will be 25. I'm rounding it down to 620, so we're still um, below other market prices, but we're still in the profit uh, region of it. So that's what I'm doing there. Um, we had the oil change that went up. So this one again, rounding down, comes down to 450. This one went up, but rounding down comes down to 620. And then we had the salt, which is now like 25. I could probably get away with putting this at 30, but again, we're trying to aim below, like right below the market price, where it's just comfortable for people being like, oh, let's go to Flaristic supermarket because it's a bit cheaper there, even if it is a few cents. Like those few cents matter. Like you know, like imagine us having to buy products in at an increased range. Like we're flipping out as well then. So that's the same with your customers. Like treat them as a real people. We can oversell stuff. Yes, we can way overprice your items, but then there's gonna be complaints from people, and I haven't had any complaints so far. The only complaint that I had during the time that I had this store um, was someone who I short exchanged. Yes, like 5 cents that I thought I clicked in, but it didn't came through on a cash register, and yeah. So, well, I thought I did. Um, wasn't a game flower or anything. It was just, yeah, just one of those oopsies, you know. Milk was fine, water was fine, and we're out of products. So now comes the fun part, where we go around the store and memorize everything, because we don't have that little tablet yet I was talking about. Hopefully in the future. Um, so if you're in the Discord of this game, please, please, someone start reaching for that. Thank you. So we need a box of eggs, cheese, 2 rice, 1 salt, and I already forgot what I said. I know 1 salt, 1 salt, 2 rice. Uh, let's go in here. 2 salt, 1 rice. We had 1 cheese, 1 eggs. We are at 5 products, so I can count 5 more, which is going to be 1 of the yellow oil, 2 of the olive oil, and 2 of the pasta. Right? Yeah, two, still two. So 2, 1, 2. 10 products. Uh, this one was 2. That one was 1. Now the olive oil, which is down here. It's 2 of those. 10 products in total. Always try to maximum this out. Not saying it's necessarily that you do it, but keep in mind that you pay like a delivery fee as well with everything that you order. Seems to go like one product is a bit cheaper, uh, but as soon as you order more than one product, that's goes up, but it stops also at 2, I believe. So as long as you order 2 items or more, you're always at that same uh, delivery fee. So it's more like, um, say I ordered like, oh, just the susu, um, that's fine, but that's gonna cost me. Well, let's say if I order susu and Shokopik, well, that's gonna cost me a little bit more to order that. But then after those, the price doesn't go up anymore. So everything else that I order is basically free of an upping in the deliver delivery price, right? I will show you an example here. Like, say we order the flour, right? The flour comes with a shipping fee of 2. If I put 1 more flour in, shipping fee is still 2. If I put like black tea in, shipping price is still 2. So this is this fixed in a previous update, or am I freaking out? I might be freaking out here. So it goes up. Hmm. Oh, the more you order, the more shipping fee that you pay. But there's some logic to it as to why you should at 10 you're at 8, right? So if you're at 9, you're still at 8. At 8 you're still at 8. At 7 you're still at 8. So from 7 to 10 products, you're still in that $8 shipping price. If you go from 4 to 6 products, you go about $4, and up till 3, you're in the $2 range. So it seems more beneficial. Like the later, the more products that you order, like the more you get out of them, right? Let me clear that also. Let me carry on with filling up the shelves for Bill while we're talking. That's why not. Go. I like to do a swoop over it just to make sure that everything is stocked up. Um, it's just my paranoia and my satisfaction level that needs to be checked with it. Like I can fully say then like okay, I know that's filled up, and that's totally meeting. I mean, if you know there's only like 2 rice, sure, but me it's like fulfilling to know that I uh, have everything stocked up. Which, yeah, I'm never going to sell all the salt in the store at one day. I'm very much aware, but it's also the easiest, the easiest way to go about things with this, uh, as to my findings. I mean, I'm not sitting here like thinking like, oh, that seems a bit low. I need to order another box of that. Like, oh, we're out of that. I need to order more. I just go about on my day, and day pass, then worry about stuff, restocking everything in the morning, and yeah, it seems to be working so far. Um, right, like we need another salt because I forgot that we didn't organize the salt before. So one salt, and then we go on with 2 spaghettis. One salt, 2 spaghetti. Uh, 3 blue flour. That's gonna be like, see, already it's enough to mess with my head. 2 spaghetti, and I think 3 of the blue flowers. There we go. Check in here. 6 items. 2 more coffee, 2 more red flour. Coffee at 2. Red flour at 2. And that were 10 products, right? Just gonna order those. We're not gonna worry. They're gonna be laying on the street and everything, but it's fine apparently in this game. Uh, one tea, one peanut butter, one tea, one peanut butter. Peanut butter was on there. Then we had 2 bread, one suzu, and one. I think one. Yeah, should be all. Like Loki, I'm trying to pass by, remember a few things, and then like try to memorize from Gander what I need. I know this isn't making a lot of sense to you guys, but like in my head, I have figured out the perfect sorting system. I'm just excited about sharing. Well, is it perfect? I don't know. Probably it isn't perfect. It's probably gonna be someone down in the comments being like, "Hey, you can do it like this, and it's much better." Like, okay, sure. This is how I run my store, right? Like at this moment, I find this practical. I find this uh, more easier on the mind. I don't have to have separate programs open. I don't need to litter anything with like a pencil and paper or anything. Just take notes of what I see, memorize them a bit. You know, get those green bracelets to work. Go, good. Also, I maybe low key not proud of this system, but it's like the way my store is set up. So we start out with Suzo, then we have the Choco Pick, we have the bread, peanut butter, right? And like right, uh, in front of that we have the um, tea, the coffee, the red flour, the blue flour. On the other side of that shelf is then the first, like as you walk into the store, like the first thing you will pass in that shelf line is going to be the spaghetti, then the pasta, then it's the oil, then it's the olive oil. Like next to it is the, or opposite of that is the rice. Then we have the salt there. The rest isn't currently being used because it's only like a one shelf that's standing there. This are these are the refrigerated items. So we have our water and our milk and our eggs and our cheese. So and that kind of recorded it makes it like a bit more like, oh yeah, like now I can run back and I know, okay, first thing, okay, that's empty. Well, it's empty because it's on the street, but like once I get into my storage, I can exactly say, okay, that goes there without needing to search like, oh, uh, there, oh God, where did I put it? Where did I put it? No, I know I come from the store with this box. It's on the second shelf, first product. So first shelf, second shelf, first product, there. Like that's it's just a little mind trick that I'm sharing with you guys. It's not like that's the go-to way of doing things. Again, people in the comments will tell me like, "Oh, but you can remember it like this, and it's much more easier." Like, yeah, that's interesting. I will come and have a look at your shop when you're making a video about it. I mean, that's the wonderful thing about stores in general. I feel like each store is in some kind of sense unique to that. Like same in here in Belgium, we have the Deleuze's, which let you walk into this first the fruit and vegetables, um, then you pass on, like you go through with like the bread section of everything, uh, your cereals and whatnot and everything, or bread related things like those and whatnot, um, like pre-grilled bread and whatnot. So it's yeah, it's kind of like that. Um, and then you have like your rows with the drinks. Then you have like the wine section with the alcohol section, so to speak. Um, then past that you have like um, candies and the chips and whatnot. Then past that you have like a whole aisle full of coffees. Like it's different when you go then to say like uh, an Aldi. Um, Aldi is a brand here in Europe, which is like basically your dollar store, or so to speak. Like it's cheaper food. Most of them are off-brand products, manufactured like for the store itself. Um, like we drink cola, but it's cola from Aldi, but it's a lot cheaper as well. Um, but like going into that store compared to like what I said at the last, which is the last is like or a brand, things like Coca Cola and Sprite, uh, Fanta, you name it, go on. Like basically like expensive for more marketed stuff that they sell. Like they have their own products, of course, because they need to be like in a position where they sell their own stuff, like their own branded stuff, because they can price it like a bit cheaper, but then it's all profit to them instead of sharing it with like the other companies, like the Coca-Cola company on their drinks and whatnot. So that's yeah, that's store business talk. But like the layout in the Deleuze is like I said before. Um, like when you come in an Aldi, like you have your section and you walk in to like the breakfast area, right? Where it's your bread, your butter, your coffee. Um, then on the other side, it's like, oh, your toilet stuff, like toilet paper, like beauty products, shampoo, like shower gels, um, uh, things like that. So it's like this whole other mindset when you walk into that store. Like you can be another last and be like, oh, let me check my list. I need cola. Well, okay, I go to the drink section and I find cola. Like when you need milk, um, well, milk is a bad example, so to say, and that's always actually the drink sections because that's a bit like separated in each store, I think. Um, but say like you need bread and you need cookies, right? Well, in one store you're gonna find your cookies not far from the bread because it's considered like slash um uh a snack, like an afternoon snack. Um, with the other ones, you're gonna find it closer to um, like where all the cookies are stored. Like it's kind of weird, and it's the same vibe that I'm trying to go for. Is with like, oh, you walk in here. Oh, well, you have your breakfast stuff, right? Like you get your cereals, get your bread, get your peanut butter because that goes on the bread. Then you have like your coffees. Okay, well maybe you want to make cookies. Well, here's the flour for that. Then you pass on, and you have like milk. I know this isn't a replica of what I'm trying to do because I'm lacking shelves. I'm lacking space in my store. Wonderful enough because we have room, but we don't have the products yet. But like, yeah, the spaghetti is here. Your panna, your pasta basically is here. Your oils are here. There's your olive oil. Uh, have salt, rice, because, like I said before, I'm well, I do have the money to put up another shelf now. Actually, fill this out with shelves, but it's not the go-to right now. I'm trying to save up, um, trying to go on my day. And like I said, I don't mind that I have only 4 eggs left in storage now. I don't mind that I have only 5 milks in here. It's fine. Like, I'm not actively stocking during the day. Like, the only thing I do once it's daytime is I open my store right after setting the prices and stocking the shelves like you've seen. And then I come in here. While the first customers are rolling in, I look at my bank, make sure that there's no payments on loans or anything, because there shouldn't be, because we didn't take one. Um, then we pay our bills just in time, right? I do pay our bills though, because they will auto pay. Um, but if they auto pay, they also are gonna be fined. Like, you will pay an extra fine on them. Same with the loans. Like, if you take out a loan, it will come with a fine. Also, it says that you have like so many days, and it's a daily payment. But do the daily payment, because if you don't, like, you will be fined on that, and total will be higher. We have our first customer here. Good morning, miss. Help you right away. It's that amount. Also, I'm not dealing with like little change. Uh, like, we are dealing with 5 cents, but that's countable. Like, it's not that I'm sitting here counting like up to 9 cents. Um, well, bad example because he paid with money, but he too. They all pay the exact amount that's required, which is something that I found is more common all of a sudden after getting your third license. Is that something that you guys experience as well? Um, 'Cause I'm curious about that, because it seems like more and more people are giving cash, but with the right amount. Like, of course, now comes the um, ex- like the exceptions here. But yeah, see, he paid with the right amount. It's like the game knows that you have this amount of customers that need to go in and come out of your store on a day base. And they're like, well, let's make it easier for him, because if he's gonna sit there and count all the time, that's not gonna tick off fast enough. So it's like they help you with getting more people that pay the exact amount so that you can go faster on about them. Which is something theoretical, of course, but like in my mind, that's how the game is coding that, or the developer has coded it that way, which is cool. Like, I love the idea of people paying the exact amount, uh, rather than it being a silly amount, like where people are stacking up coins to the ceiling. Uh, so yeah, I don't mind the small change now. And also, guys, like don't be pity, because I'm sure everyone in their life has like a moment where they need to pay and they don't have like the right exact amount of coins or whatever, and you'll need change. Like imagine like you having a salty cashier as you are one, and then they being like, "Oh, well, sir, you're giving me this amount of money. Well, I'm gonna be pity to you, ma'am, cause I need to give you 340. Let me all give you 1 cent." Like, remember, in real life, they can do that as well, uh, and you can do nothing about it. It's just convenience that the stores are not doing that. It's because it costs them money to order money, right? Like they have to order the change, so it's always the least amount needed that they're gonna give you, and that's the reason why. It's not because they don't want to be paid to you, it's because it costs the store literally money to get money from bank. Like in say, like they need a few cents. They can ask always customers, of course. Like during the day, it will get it out, but mostly like they will need to go to a bank, especially if you start out. You will need to go to the bank and say, "Hey, I need this amount of coins, um, in cash," right? Because you're not gonna fill it out of your pocket. Uh, well, if you do, good luck on that. Especially here in Belgium, but I mean, yeah, it's like it's costing money to get money, so that's why you're always getting like those people who are counting, and the way that they count is like upwards. So they go like, okay, 15.95, 5 makes 16. There you go. It's because they see the money that you have. They have to count that, and then they go from there on out from what you gave them. From what you receive from your customers is this total, right? So that's what they have to pay, and then you count up from there. So you go like, oh, you need $2, which is here beautifully explained for you. Like it's give them change to 65. So you give them two. Uh, well, see, 65, because that's the least amount of coins that you needed for that. And I need to hurry up because else people are going to complain that the line is too long. So yeah, see, that was the first complainer there, and I'm pretty sure there were a few people that have complained about it already. Or they're complaining that they're out of something. Either way, like many people see dancing persons in their store. It's like, when it's almost potty time, but they can't find a potty. It just means that they're uh, trying to complain about a product that they can't find, but they keep looking for it. It's like a headless chicken in a store, and it's me sometimes. Like I catch myself doing that. It's like double checking almost. Like am I sure that it's not here behind something else or so? And then I'm like, I don't know. They must be probably be out of it. Yeah, sure. It's like not that they're gonna come and ask you like, "Hey, Mister, can you refill this stuff?" Like they do. Like you have people that do that in stores. They go up to the persons who work there and be like, "Hey, you're out of this. Stock it up. I need my products." Like if you say that, uh, to like more important people, like your apothecaries or whatever, like where you're like, well, miss, you're out on the shelf, out of ibuprofen, but I'm in such a pain. Can you check and see in the back if you have ibuprofen? I mean, I'll allow you to that extent to ask them for the product. Um, but like in a store, I mean, yeah, they're out of milk. Yeah, okay, I can go and ask. Like, do you have milk in the back? But like most of the time, I don't do it, so I just return without. It's fine. You can always get milk the next day or whatever. But that again, that's me. I mean, I know there's like instances where you're like, I need my milk now. But then again, go to another store. I mean, let's see. Already not following through what I just said, but that's fine. Like, there's so little few things that fit in this box, and I always manage to not find it either. I always manage to get caught up with it. Um, yes, I know that if I calm better, probably wouldn't be dealing with this so much. But like, I don't mind putting it in a box and putting it out, especially because it's all automated for you. Like, you don't have to break your own back to do this. Just a bit of an extra click, which is fine. Go that way. And we've got spaghetti to fill out. There we go. Good. Throw that box away. We have our banner. We have our red flour. Good. Go. I don't know the difference between the red one and the blue one. I think one is more for like a filler, and the other one is specific for cooking or whatnot. Like, to make bread and cookies out of, and the other is more like, oh, I'm gonna make a sauce with like some flour in it. Which, does that make sense? I don't know. I don't have. I'm not a cook. I just own a humble store. You know. And the base of this is like my dad owns a store, and he is I think a lot of the knowledge that I'm putting in here is coming from what I see him doing when he's at work. Because usually when I visit my dad, he's very busy with stocking, or he's behind his register. Like he doesn't work with personal. It's just him and his wife who are running an Asian food store. So it's kind of similar, not similar, but like yeah, I get the gesture of the things more easier, which I'm at certain points grateful for. That I know, like, oh well, um, and inflation needs to be a thing and whatnot. Well, it doesn't need to be a thing. Does inflation needs to be a thing? Hmm. It is a thing. That's a thing because things get expensive, and like yeah, that's what's inflation is about. Which is greatly represented in this game. I think just is good with the daily price changes. I think that's a very good John thing. It's like, yeah, of course, you're gonna buy certain products cheaper at certain points. Being it daily, might leave it for a day or three, I believe. Then, like every day, um, like if you go and see like stock prices, like actual stockings, um, like you know that there's these always market fluctuations of things, and taking those into consideration, like yes, products change price every day, um, just because of that. That's how it works in real life. Because if gasoline gets expensiver, then it's gonna mean that um, like the tractor that runs that day to get the um, not even the tractor, like the farmer can be like, hey, well, right, I'm going to need to pay more for a trip to my field now. And who is he going to charge that for? He's not gonna get the money from like thin air. He's going to need to work for it. And like, how does a farmer work for his money? Well, they say, well, we can get cows and sheep, right? Give um, certain products, and then they can be like, oh, but yeah, sure. I need to concentrate for a moment. We had water, salt is done, the cupcake is stocked. Yeah, that's good. So we're ready for the next day now. I kind of sorted the day already. So now we have milk went up in price. Also the salt. It's 265. We'll keep it at the market price because it's rounded. And then salt went up to 35, which is another example. Keep it at a 35 mark. I don't mind the 5 cents in there. It's fine. And then we go on with purchasing again. So 2x, 2 cheese. 2 cheese, right? 2 eggs. Okay, good. Milks. Go and check here. It's gonna be 1 rice, 1 oil, 1 rice, 1 oil. So 1 oil, 1 rice. Uh, 2 blue flowers. Well, let me go down the aisle here. 2 spaghetti. There we go. Let's put in 2 spaghetti. Go. Order those. Then we get. Oh, that's a red flower. Oh, yet. I think it's 3 pasta. Yeah, 1, 2, and I'm missing 1 there, so that's 3. Uh, we have 2 milk. So 3, which is 1 milk actually, because it's going to fill 2 shelves. So keep that in mind, that your milk is like 2 shelves. Same with the water, it's 2 shelves in a fridge. The eggs are only 1. Cheese is only 1. So did I order? Well, find out if my order was off or not. Milk. To get 2 milk. Did I get milk in here already? 1 milk. Sorry. See, it's easy to get that messed up. It's going to be 2 blue flowers, 1 red. So 2 blue, 1 red. 1 red, 2 blue. Go. That's gonna be another ton of those. Good. Let's order that in. Get the coffee. Is 1, 2 coffee. 1 tea. Coffee. Coffee. Then we have 1 peanut butter, 1 bread, and 1 Susie. So 1 bread, 1 peanut butter, 1 Susie, and Susie. Go order those. That should be everything that we need for today. Fill our shelves up. Go. Good. Now another way to go about this is just filling up this one, right? You can throw this box away. You come against this box, then you go with this, you fill it up. So, another example with these, well, bad example, because it's again just the right amount. Wonderful, but also kind of annoying because I'm trying to give you like another extra hint. Like, see right here, there's 1 missing, right? But we fill up this one. There we go, and we can throw this box away. Take out another one. Leave the one there. Pop this one. Go in here. Good. And now you come across this. It's gonna be one. This can go into storage. Like that's not more like it's a process in your head. Like of fill out the shelves, but that's not mandatory to do this at all. Just a bit easier, I think. A bit faster. Because you clear a full box, and then you know that this box can be thrown away. Free about it. Then you know this box holds items. Right? So this box can go on the shelves here. Smoke. Good. I can go into storage. There we go. Right up there. Good. This one. Yeah. See, with not filling out the right amount, buying more products than I needed. But it's fine, it's just giving us a bit more extra stock, which, in my opinion, never hurts. And I kind of on double over products. So it's a good thing we had the money for it. Go a bit in overstock. Just not hurting us at all. Like we saved up quite a good amount here. Also, the way that I'm expanding, that I found the easiest to keep track of. Again, personal experience. You don't have to spread out the word. It's the best way. It's a way, and a way I prefer is when you look in here, right? Um, Not worried about the level whatsoever. The store level can be whatever it wants. Uh, my opinion. As long as you have the money, right? And to do that, you will need go into management, pay your bills first, and then see like growth. Right? We'll go with growth before license, and before in between the growth and the license, I also keep in mind like, oh, this one is going to require what? One, two, three fridges. So I need the price for three fridges. Uh, because if we buy those products, those gonna be needing to refrigerate it right away, or else they can be on display in the store, which is something that I would like to see, like where you can like kind of get away with it. Like I know like dairy products probably wouldn't do well without being refrigerated, but then again, like I've seen plenty of stores where the apple juice is just out in cartons without it being in a fridge. So, right? Um, same with the cokes. They are just fine without being refrigerated. Just cold served better. Um, but like it's not necessary for them to expire faster or something without being refrigerated. Yogurt, on the other hand, that's something that definitely needs to be refrigerated because it goes off. Um, Also, like light fridges, I would like to see being finalized. at some point. You know, where you can put in like your cheese, your yogurts, because they don't need to be like in. Well, they can be behind these glass doors, but usually what I find behind these glass doors are like indeed milk and whatnot. So yeah, eh, I don't know. It's just like you know, to each their own, I guess. Kinda bit of that way. But yeah, that's how I go about it. So first, I try to save up uh, for an expansion, and then once I get the expansion, I'm already knowing what I'm going to do because I was so smart to look at the license, and then with that in mind, like I know that I need 3 fridges, but I'm going to save up money for those 3 fridges first before get the license. And then the next run between step is, well, I'm gonna probably need a ton of money to get the products for it, which I calculated wrong uh, at a given point. The solution I found about that was, well, mm, I said F it, and I got the loans. Like I did get the 2000 loan, right? But I kept on track with it each day to make sure that I paid it off like each and every day. And it wasn't even the 2000, it was the basic loan, the 75, and I set it to the minimum amount because that's the return payment goes up the longer you keep the loan. Like the daily payment goes down indeed, but like mm, it's a big difference there with the daily interest, which are people forgetting about. So always loan the least amount possible and pay it back as fast as you can. That's life advice given here. Uh, yeah, within standards, of course, because real life is always a pain in the butt and kicks you when you least expect. So yeah, some people do end up with paying the rest of their lives in loans without them yeah, being necessarily faulty for it. Just trying to say, don't overgrow your store. It's not. It's yeah, of course, the beers and stuff are the most worth it, but keep in mind that people remember that you at some point had Suzo in stock. If you take away all the labels, people will come in and still remember the store for the Suzo, and they will ask you, like, hey, you were out of Suzo. They walk away. That's an unsatisfied customer. And the more unsatisfied customers you get, the less customers you get. Now, that's a theory, because I don't know if that's actually quoted in that way. But it's a theory that kept me from going. Um, like, oh, I'm gonna only sell this and this. Like, I should sell everything because people know it's here and people come for the product to my store. You do in real life, right? In real life, you go to a store that you know that has your uh, favorite like foods or whatnot, or you know the tomatoes are a bit cheaper there, or you know that the eggs are a bit cheaper there. They're not gonna be like all of a sudden like, oh no, we're not selling any more eggs. No, 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 we're done with selling eggs. We're just selling bread today, and tomorrow, if the prices change, we will consider eggs again. But then we're not gonna sell the bread. That's not how a supermarket works, right? You're not like a little local market. Like you started out little locally, but eventually you're becoming this supermarket, and it's expected when you walk in there, which is why Karens complain, is that it's super and that they have everything on the shelves. That's my advice as to how to run your store there. um, Again, not granted that it's always the case, but yeah, it's how it should be done. Like in real life, they can have the excuse of like, oh yeah, but the truck didn't come in. No, your truck is here, and it's here faster than like a blink of an eye. Like I order Suzo here, I press per stage, and it's already there on the street. Like, did you see any delivery cars come by? I didn't. Like, did they throw it out? Well, they kind of threw it out on the street, yeah, but like that's just the game spawning and stuff. Because I had perfect towers, like to about a height where I had to jump to get the last box out of it in a previous test store. Um, but yeah, that's the way like your orders are coming in. Like if you mix and match them up, like you get a coffee, like you get eggs, you get olive oil, you get the rice. Like there's your different boxes right here. Like you get the square box, you get the long box, you get the small box. That doesn't stack too well in a random order, and that's why they are tipping over onto the street and whatnot. But basically, that's playing Yangha at that moment. Um, but yeah, let me see. We have almost 2,000 in profit. Now, like I said, I'm gonna need 3 fridges. 3 fridges would mean if I go into the market, furniture, get these, get the B fridges. Uh, I think it's self-explanatory why. I mean, you pay 200 for an A fridge. You pay 375, which is like $25 uh savement. Um, Instead of buying the 2 fridges. Like if you need like multiple fridges, like I need 6 fridges in total, like 6 single units. That's gonna make like 75 dollar cheaper. Yeah, because we pay like 1,125 for that. If I were to pay 6 of these, I'm gonna be sitting at a total of 1,200. Um, which can it's mm, like yes. Should you mind um, later on about $75? Maybe not, but in the beginning it can be a big deal. It can be uh, your last pack of coffee that you need that you would else be not able to set out or stock up for. So in that opinion, to me, this counts. Uh, Also, uh, the fee. Keep in mind. those fees that we talked about earlier. This is only going to cost me $2 extra. We go in here and we add 6, get another 4. So another $2 that we lose because we order 6 units instead of 3. So I mean, small bits and bobs, but if you save them up, uh, I'm guaranteed that my Dutch friends will uh, manifest as well. Like we say it from them, they say it from us Belgians. We say it from people from the Netherlands. They are greedy. So yeah, if you are a bit greedy, then every single dollar counts, right? Like trying to figure out where to put these without them being in the way. Um, maybe behind here. Do we have space behind here? It's only just awkward. Well, see that could have been one. A freezer there, like an A fridge. That could have fit in there. That would have been probably fine. And then we could have stored this out here, like So this, and then get the other fridge right there. Would have been something, but uh, I like to say that we don't need those. Uh, they're wasting our money. And we can always make like a refrigerating area over here. Now, granted, we also are about to expand in that way. I think we will expand in that way. So, in that regard, we can go to management and now check for growth. It's gonna be 1,300. So I actually, what I'm doing is essentially getting the stuff ready, shelves and the fridges, freezers. I get those first so that I know that I have those costs out of the way. Then I go to uh, the actual placement of stuff, like I did here. Like I know what I'm going to do. I just don't have the space for it. Then that comes in play. So then we get the space for what we need. So then we open that up. We still leave everything in boxes because as soon as you box these out, the freezers and the fridges, they will increase your payment, like your rent, your bills, whatnot. I think. Uh, so yeah, then we go on about uh, after the expansion, we go on about getting the license, but also seeing that we have enough to get the products, of course. Which I would. It's impossible to base them off um, right away. Like maybe. Like I think we should have like in this list, in this market list under the products, we should have every product available. Uh, we have categories, we have displays, right? um, make like a little checkbox at the end where you can set to products not owned, and we can search them up for ourselves. Like, and we can see like, oh, um, like we have in the future sushi for that amount. Like, okay, sushi is expensive. Oh wow, I'm gonna need to save up like this amount in order to get it. Like, even with the price changes, that would be awesome to see how the other products are, climbing and decreasing as you play, to give you that more little bit of more excitement of like, ooh, that's is a good seller and that's not a good seller. Like, let me skip that license and get that license instead. Like, ideally, you want all the licenses, but like, I can totally see someone just running a vodka store, um, solely because it's expensive to get, but it's also a good income if you can sell it. So in that regard, yeah, there needs to be like more transparency in that. Like, now it's kind of like those hidden achievements on Steam, like that they say, once reached, we will reveal what you did. It's like, yeah, I know that I'm getting beer and cola, but totally into the adventure of, is it going to be needing to refrigerate it? Is it going to be expensive to get? Am I going to go in depth? It's a whole dark adventure, which isn't like a realistic setting. Uh, like, of course you can go crazy. Like, my like, for example, my dad could be really crazy tomorrow and say, "Well, hey, I bought four more fridges, and I'm going to sell milk from now on." Um, but then again, like, I know that he isn't going to do that, because I know he's going to get four fridges. So those four fridges need to be paid for. They also need electricity monthly. They need day of setup. They um also probably getting the milk over will be expensive. So yeah, I mean, he would know how much in total his quote unquote license would be, because buying a license isn't like, I don't know if it's in parts of the world. Um, and I know that you have to have certain licenses in order to sell products, but like, my dad is like free um to go, like, well, tomorrow I'm adding bananas to my product list. He's free to do that. Um, like, probably he would need a license when he starts selling meat products, but then that again is generalized. Like, it's not that he's going to go and have, like, for say now, the license to get Coke, and um then he needs another license uh to get like bottled water, and like another license to get like more uh like, what is in here, like the sodas here, like, those are all in one category. Once he does that, I get that he may need a license to in order to sell his beers and his, like, like the strong stuff, like the whiskey, the vodka, Um, you name it. Like I get that that stuff isn't regularized under like sodas, but in a way, this is just to get you excited to reach certain levels, right? All of this is to get you more excited into. This is all like a paywall for nothing, actually. That this is because they still could be like, well, hey, like you need a license to sell coke, right? Or they could be like, well, you need a license to sell uh, dairy products. You need a license to sell your beers. You need a license for your stronger drinks. You need a license to get um, like rest food, like um, chips, like candy. Then you need a license for your sauces. So like ketchup, like mayonnaise, like mustards. But it all comes down to like a general sort of label for multiple um products, which in this game is like mm, it's like, well, here we're getting beer, right? But then with the beer comes like chips, hummus. That's never going to happen. Like in here, like you get lasagna with ground beef and like the galette, ham and cheese. Like seriously, that's how it works in real life. And my store must be a level 2000 store with all the products that they have. It's just something that could have been just a level for my part, and then separately, well, with the unlockables. Don't get me wrong, like, unlocking the stuff is fun, but leveling up. But then it being like, well, oh no, because I'm not going to be able at this level to sell the mayonnaise because I don't have the license for it. Like I don't have the sauce license. So I will need to get that because people are going to know that that's unlocked now for the store. Like theoretically, we could have it, but we're not selling it, so people are going to complain about it. And it's like if something new comes out, like right in like a commercial, and people are not finding it in the store, they're gonna probably complain to the store, like, "Hey, can you get this product in?" Um, because yeah, it's on television everywhere, and you guys are not selling it. Like you know, like it kind of could drift in that way, like to that realism of it as well with the unlocking stuff. Um, but yeah, this this increase of price also. I mean, like how long is it going to take for me to get this amount of money? Like a long flipping time. That's 65,000. Well, not maybe not that much long, but like I mean, come on, guys. I mean, there's what cake here. I'm saying coke. It's cakes. But like those are two cakes. Here are two cakes. We had cake up here as well somewhere. So yeah, like here we have these cakes. I mean, same with the beer. We have beer here, and then the last one that we unlock is more beer. Yeah, and the beer, blonde ale, the six packs, and the kegs. I mean, that's cool and all. Also, Japanese whiskey is no. I'm gonna shut up. Sake is wine. Shush. I didn't say anything. But yeah, I mean, like also the sense that some of these make at the levels is like by the time you get the amount of money, you're probably past the level already. So in that regards, it doesn't matter. Like I'm way behind here. At level 16, I should have had this license apparently, but like we're still at license level 9 of requirement, and we still need to get that. Then also get the other license with it. So, which I'm not going to do, by the way. I'm only going to stick with one license at a time. Make sure that we have the expansion for it. I know I can see the reasoning behind these sections being more expensive. Although, should they be this much of an expand cost? Because it's still saying 4 by 4. So I mean, for the same amount of a 4 by 4 expansion, um, like that's 1,300, right? But then the next one up is double the amount. Then the next one up is almost double of that amount. So that's like what, like 4 times the first amount almost. Well, I'm exaggerating, but um, like yeah, with the inclines, I don't get it. Like I can see why they priced it like a little bit cheaper than double, because technically you're not getting that amount. But what's the increase with it? It seems like 300, and then it goes up to quick maths, 8. So from 3 to 8, and then from 8 goes up to 13, goes up with 13. So with yeah, 13. So from 8 to 13, that's another increase of 5. What am I trying to do here? Man, mathing in the morning isn't my thing, and it's currently almost 6 a.m. for me. So bear me, guys. We're going to crack these nuts. So we go up with 1,300, right? 1,300. And from 1,300, we get an increase after that of 1,300, mean 39. Yeah, 39. But added to that is the 5 more. Then, mm, basically, yeah, there is like a stable increase. I'm just failing to see the numbers that gets added each time. But it's like really get the first expansion like the same price at least, and then like say section 7, 8, and 9 would require much more land space. So yes, of course it would increase, but I mean it's only 4 by 4 meters. Like for the last 4 by 4 meter, we're paying 160,000. Like, 160,000. That would mean that we can get this one, and this one all together. 3 expansions there, which would be 12 by 12 instead of 4 by 4 for even less, I think. So you could think about that, right? Oh well. Like I mean, okay, ah, I can see why it is. I'm starting to see why it is. My own math is making me see why it is what it is, how it is. It's because you have more footprint at that point, and the more footprint you want to add, the more it's going to cost you. So yeah, okay, get it. You need the space. Like you will increase your expenses. Yeah. Mhm. Sure, everything is priced right. Cause I'm actually going to save and going to call it here. Uh, I will come back with another video once I've done with the other section, and once our store is running in its full operation again. It's currently half we should be running with. Already try and plan this out, how it's going to be, how it's going to look. So maybe put that here. So we create like a refrigerated wall here. Added refrigerators, and then this can come forward maybe. I mean, it's not gonna hurt anyone by bringing that forward. Just gonna lose a bit of in-between space, but that's fine. I'm not worried out too much about it. Setup fine. There we go. Good. around with it until we get it right. Okay. Also looking good enough. So leave it at that. It's fine. See, now we created it like a header area, which could be bad products or whatnot. Now this into another shelf here. Get these fridges all the way back here. Refrigerated thing behind these maybe. I don't know. There's potential to expansion. Going to get into, but first, yeah. I mean, I need the 1300s. Then I'm going to, well, need another 550. It's gonna be 8,850 if I'm counting correctly. Yeah, 1,850. Um, so yeah, and that would be cost of the products themselves, which I'm thinking is going to be a bit cheap because we're buying milk in bulk. Also, there are six packs, so it could be more expensive or a bit cheaper than the other milk. That is to see. But then we get the juice, which is going to be expensive. We start with our first cola brands there, and then Sprite and brand as well. So yeah, it's going to be tricky with calculating. But I won't do it, seeing that I'm gonna save up to about 5,000 before I get license on the products with it. And the expansion. So I'm gonna see to play like a day or three should be manageable. Profit that we still have, and we bought all those fridges. Should be like a day or five max to get that amount of money back. I feel like should be a thing. Um, which obviously I'm not sure. I said that there's no way of telling which adventure we are plunging. So we could have with having saved up way too much, or not enough, or just enough. Also, let me open the lights here. Sub with prizes, so that's good. There we go. And I'll see you all soon. Yeah, see you all in the next one. It's been a bit of a longer episode, longer than I anticipated. But like my mind went everywhere with explaining stuff. But yeah, I hope this gave you a general idea of how to manage your store a bit better and take away with it what you want. Um, Again, none of these systems are ultimate. To each their own. If you are running low on money in game and you have um, like the big loans out, already taken and you're still struggling with it. Uh, like, yeah, I'm sure you can cut off with going a day without stocking and spaghetti to the brim. Um, maybe do take account that you will need one box, but leave the second box alone. Maybe I don't know. I kind of fell for the same trap um before, and it's why I'm restarting the store. Well, why I restarted it essentially, and I feel like I'm at a better point now, at the point where I can say, well, I'm actually happy with my store. Um, so maybe it's a good thing to get these out, and then maybe try and get these flush in there. Uh, maybe not. Also, like, probably asking too much, but like a replace button, like, oops, like, see, that doesn't fit now, so oops, can I set it back where it was before? Where's my undo button? Especially if you had it set up just right and then fiddle around everything to get it ever so slightly corrected. Now this, I'm going to bet you, is not going to fit. Like, nope, it doesn't want to fit. What's wrong? Come on, you have to fit. There's no other way. I'm not giving in. You will have to fit right there. Now see how that turns out. As good as we can. Keep in mind, this is harder for me than it will be for you. 100% sure of that. It's very much precise work, which is pain for me to do. I love getting things in a good position because my OCD kicks in else. Uh, but yeah, mm, eh, I don't know. This is a bit sinking in. This one, as it is. Alright, refrigerators, and I'll move my color TVs as well. And I'll be your smooth operator for next time. See you all later, guys. Take care, and yeah, as I said. anyway, at least some up with this. Bye.